When love becomes an emotional anchor. Yulong crowned the ideal husband after his emotional stare at young Miemie. At Fresh Angle 24H, we bring you the latest and most fascinating stories from the world of entertainment, where love, fame, and real emotions collide. Today, we dive into a story that has captured the hearts of millions: the wedding of Yulong and young Miemie, and the unforgettable gaze that turned a ceremony into a cultural moment. Yulong and young Miemie first rose to prominence through short films that swept across social media platforms. Their natural chemistry, playful banter, and youthful energy on screen created an image of a couple that felt both relatable and aspirational. Fans often commented that their pairing seemed too perfect to be scripted, and perhaps that was the seed of fascination that made their real-life romance so compelling. When news broke that their relationship had blossomed beyond the screen, audiences felt as though a dream had materialized before their eyes. Their wedding became more than just an intimate moment between two individuals. It was a spectacle that blurred the line between fiction and reality. The lavish celebration, while undeniably polished, carried an authenticity that set it apart from other celebrity events. It wasn't only about glamour. It was about two people stepping into a shared destiny. This journey, from short film stars to a real-life power couple, speaks volumes about the power of storytelling and its ability to transcend screens, pulling fans into a shared narrative that feels personal, emotional, and enduring. Among all the details that filled their wedding day, the glittering gowns, the enchanting decor, the carefully orchestrated performances, what truly struck the deepest chord with fans was something far more intimate: Yulong's gaze. His eyes followed young Miemie with unwavering focus, as though she were the only person in the world. It wasn't the look of a performer acting for the cameras, but the genuine tenderness of a man in love. In those moments, his eyes revealed an entire universe of emotions: admiration, devotion, pride, and even relief, as though he was silently saying, "I've found you, and I won't let go." This unspoken dialogue resonated deeply with audiences who long for that kind of silent assurance in their own relationships. The power of this gaze lay not in grand gestures, but in its subtlety. It conveyed a truth words could never fully capture. Fans replayed the clips countless times, not just to admire their favorite stars, but to relive that feeling of pure sincerity that everyone hopes to encounter at least once in life. Yulong has portrayed many characters throughout his acting career: the confident romantic, the ambitious dreamer, even the stoic hero. Yet none of these roles left as lasting an impression as his authentic self on his wedding day. In front of family, fans, and countless cameras, he embodied what many women envision as their ideal man. He wasn't flashy, nor did he rely on exaggerated declarations. Instead, his presence was steady and grounded, a quiet anchor that radiated reliability. This image of a man who protects and cherishes with such sincerity struck a chord far beyond his usual fan base. Suddenly, Yulong became a cultural reference point, the kind of husband women dream of, and the kind of figure men aspire to emulate. The sincerity in his actions elevated his status from being just another actor to a role model of modern masculinity: compassionate, attentive, and emotionally secure. In a world where romantic gestures are often fleeting and superficial, Yulong reminded people that true love thrives in everyday actions and steady devotion. That, in itself, is why his wedding became more than a personal celebration. It became a cultural statement. It is common for celebrity weddings to be dismissed as calculated publicity stunts, crafted by management companies to generate buzz and revenue. However, what made Yulong and young Miemie's union different was the undeniable authenticity that shone through. The way he held her hand, adjusted her veil, and above all, the way he looked at her, transformed the wedding into a living love story rather than a staged performance. Fans who watched the clips online weren't simply consuming celebrity gossip. They were connecting to a universal human experience. In that moment, Yulong and young Miemie were not untouchable stars, but two people deeply in love. This raw emotional display made fans believe in love again, at least for a while. The internet responded in kind. Hashtags about the wedding soared to the top of trending charts. Memes celebrating Yulong's loving gaze spread like wildfire, and discussions about real love dominated comment sections. Their wedding became a collective experience, reminding millions that genuine emotion still has the power to cut through the noise of modern entertainment and leave a lasting mark. Love may be deeply personal, but within the entertainment industry, it inevitably becomes part of one's brand. For Yulong and young Miemie, their wedding crystallized an image that resonated with audiences worldwide: sweetness, protection, and devotion. This image didn't just boost their follower counts, it reinforced their long-term careers. Every picture from their big day doubled as promotional material, every video clip turned into an endorsement of their authenticity. Industry insiders quickly recognized the commercial power of this union. Brands began lining up to associate themselves with a love story so captivating, knowing that consumers respond to emotion as much as to products. In this sense, the couple transformed love into influence and influence into opportunity. Yet what made their brand powerful was that it didn't feel forced. It was built on real affection and sincerity. By embodying the roles of protector and muse, Yulong and young Miemie created not just a personal milestone, but a legacy, proving that in today's entertainment world, love can be both genuine and strategically impactful. At the heart of this unforgettable wedding lies a simple yet profound truth: what people carry with them long after the flowers fade and the headlines vanish is not the spectacle, but the sincerity. Yulong's gaze is a reminder that authenticity is timeless. In a digital era where curated images and scripted narratives often dominate, it is the raw, unpolished moments that strike the deepest chords. Fans may forget the number of guests, the grandeur of the venue, or even the details of the ceremony, but they will never forget the way Yulong looked at young Miemie. That memory became more than just a romantic gesture, it became a lesson. It showed audiences that true love doesn't need to shout, it only needs to be felt. For countless fans, his gaze was not just about two stars uniting, but about the possibility of finding such devotion in their own lives. It transformed a celebrity wedding into an enduring symbol of hope, authenticity, and the kind of love that everyone deserves. Yulong and young Miemie proved that sometimes the most powerful statements are made in silence. Their wedding was grand, but what made it unforgettable was not the decor or the spectacle, it was the unspoken promise in Yulong's eyes. In that simple yet profound moment, he became the symbol of the ideal man, redefining what love can look like in modern times. For fans across the world, this was more than a wedding, it was a reminder that sincerity, devotion, and emotional depth remain the true anchors of love. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe to Fresh Angle 24H, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates. We'd also love to hear from you. Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on Yulong's unforgettable gaze and what it means to you.